Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Talking Bad. I am your host, Nevada McNeil, and today I am here with Jaden. Hello. You guys probably remember she was here with our mindset saga when we talked about choice. But today we're doing something a little bit more exciting. We are going to be talking to Jaden about her new photography business. Thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited for this.
Of course. So today I just want to pick her brain a little bit about being a young entrepreneur and kind of what that entails. So, ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, cool. So what inspired you to start your photography business at such like a young age?
Well, I grew up taking so many photos. At the moment, I have about 50,000 photos in my camera roll. So I've always had that kind of passion for it. And my sister actually, she introduced me to like Canon photography, like professional photos, because she was in yearbook and she was like, oh, I think you would love this. And she kind of taught me how to do all of these different assets on my Canon camera. And then for my birthday, about 3 years ago, I got gifted a camera. And I just started taking photos and I realized, wow, I really, really do love this. And I like giving to the people around me.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. So that kind of segues actually into my next question. I know you mentioned your sister, but do you have any, other than your sister, I guess, do you have any other mentors or role models who guided you so early on?
I think my dad was really a big supporter. He provided me a lot with just like little, like those digital cameras that everyone now really, really likes.
Yeah.
Like those types of old ones. And then also just giving me the opportunity to run around taking little photos, even as I was like 5 or 6. But also, yeah, my sister, she's in journalism right now in college, and she still gives me tips and all of that.
That's
so
awesome.
Having their support is pretty good.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I want to talk about business strategy a little bit. So how did you decide on your pricing when you first started out with no experience?
Pricing for, I think, any creative individual is so difficult because you don't want to undervalue your worth, but you also want to, get clients. So I kind of went around and did some market research with my potential clients, which is, people around the same age as me. So it wasn't too hard. But I kind of gauged where they were at and decided 150 is a good set price for 60-minute photos.
Yeah.
And endless amounts of the photos that I take. So I don't know. Some people like it. Some people, aren't going to pay that price, but you kind of have to stick to a certain price.
Know your value.
Yeah, have that balance.
Awesome. I love that. So marketing, what marketing strategies work best for you when you're trying to attract your clients?
I mean, okay, I don't use TikTok, but I know TikTok is very useful for those types of things. I use Instagram, and I post all my stuff also on LinkedIn, so having those two. But also word of mouth is really, really important, especially as a young individual, because a lot of your clients starting off are going to be people around you, people you know, because they'll see, oh, I've heard that my friend does this business, and that can always translate into, now I'm getting like jobs from parents of other people that I know, and I don't have a close relationship with a lot of these people,
connections.
but yeah, just about those.
Awesome. So obviously starting a business is hard regardless, but especially when, you're 17 and you don't have, endless amounts of money to spend on it. So what were some of the biggest challenges you faced at first?
Well, at first, a lot of the challenge was learning the camera, because you kind of have to have a good understanding of your skill if you're going to advertise it and start, charging for it. But in the beginning, I offered my services for free. I would bring it to different events, different parties. Basically, it was attached at the hip to me. And in doing so, I was able to build up my brand, and that kind of got me over the hurdle of people not knowing that I, take photos. So a lot of the times now I walk past people and they're like, "Oh, Jaden Stock photos, Jaden Stock photography." I'm like, "Yeah,
that's nice, though.
It's good to have that." Yeah.
Awesome. So no business is perfect. So if any, how do you handle negative feedback or like type of conflicts with people?
Negative feedback is very insightful because it can kind of give you a good understanding of the things you shouldn't continue to do, or if there's like someone it's like only one person that's saying this, then you kind of have to understand, is this a complete issue with my brand, or is this that one individual? So I think compartmentalizing it and just reasoning through and putting myself in the client's shoes, like, would I be upset
Right.
if this were happening? Would I want more communication? And I think a lot of what, working as myself, and like I'm the only person a part of my business, it's hard to separate it from my personal life. Like, this
Right.
is a lot of what I'm putting into the business. But I think it just comes with a lot of understanding and reasoning through
Yeah.
the issues.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's get to the nitty-gritty side, tools and like workflow. What type of software or tools do you use for managing booking, editing, client, like talking to your client, stuff like that?
So Instagram is my main source of, reaching out to people reaching out to me.
Okay.
And through my advertisements on there, I redirect them to Calendly, which is a good advertising and
Okay.
booking website for a lot of photographers. I also have my own website with Pixieset.
So now, kind of somewhat related, so let's talk about money and scaling. So are you planning on scaling your business or keeping it small and personal?
I think because I am the only one in my business, it's personally run by me. A lot of my brand and my appeal to people I've talked to is that it's just like a personal experience, and you're getting edited photos, hundreds of them, and this personal shoot all done by one person in a fast time frame.
Right.
And keeping that personal to me, I'm able to take that to wherever I go to college, because it's like a freelance business, and I think it's more manageable to keep it within my circle.
Totally understandable. So now I want to pick your brain about things that are going to be totally beneficial to our viewers. What advice would you give to other people that are young like us that want to turn something that was just a hobby but now into a business?
I think first step is finding something that brings you joy, no matter if you're doing it for money or doing it, just for personal enjoyment. Like, you were able to put this skill to use in so many different formats. Like, I know for photography, there's so many different avenues, especially in jobs, that you can apply those skills, because a lot of jobs overlap with each other. The skills needed, like our mindsets over here, the opportunity, the knowledge, persistence, all of those are all applicable to different jobs, different passions. So having a good ground base for those skills will be able to translate to your business as well.
Yeah. Awesome. So when you look back, is there anything that you regret or wish you did differently?
I think everyone probably has those regrets, and I am 18, but I still do kind of regret maybe not charging sooner, because I've been doing this for like 3 years, and it's only recently I've monetized it. But also I think that it was important to go through those steps. It's important to have the steps that I went through to get to the growth I am at now. But I think the longer you sit with that regret and wish you did other things different, the more time you're wasting in the future and in the present tense as well. Yeah,
it all becomes so insightful and helps you learn something. So that's great. Well, Jaden, everything that you've said is super inspiring, especially for me. I'm trying to start a business. A lot of people that are watching will try to start a business one day, so I appreciate it, everything you said, and good luck with everything. That's all I have for you today. Talking Bad, thank you so much for watching again. We look forward to having you next week, and we'll see you then. Bye.